Hey guys, good morning. Dr. Sean here. So I shot my video the other day, and I did the oatmeal video, and you're all aware of this now. I'm getting a bunch of people sending me messages. Doc, what were you using? What were you doing? So here's the thing. When I do work with this, when I do enzyme work, I've been teaching for Dr. Howard Loomis. He is really the mentor of mine that revolutionized and invented the enzyme field. By far the most knowledgeable individual on the planet when it comes to how to use enzymes in digestion, for immune support, how to support body function. Brilliant, brilliant man. I've taught for Howard now for 16, 17 years of my career. So enzymes to me, they're not generic. They're not a catch-all, and that's why it's one of the mistakes we make in healthcare. We get caught up in this idea that everything is cookie cutter, right? I'm sitting there and, oh, hey, I've got high blood pressure, and so I whip out my little trusty book here, and I look up high blood pressure, and oh, I do this. And oh, I've got colitis, so I look, oh, and I'll give you these. And maybe I've got, heartburn. Oh, here's the heartburn formula. It doesn't work. It never has. That's why you have so many formulas. You ever look at heart drugs? There's a great example. You look at the heart medications, right? You got ACE inhibitors and calcium channel blockers and beta blockers, and we're on like our 15th generation of all of them. Because the body adapts to these things. Because the body, look, that's not supposed to be here. I'll find a way around it. So when we're doing things like enzyme work, and I did that little video for everybody, the formula I used is called PAN, P-A-N. It's one of my favorites in practice. I take it, my wife takes it, my son takes it. The enzyme blend in that formula is specific for breaking down carbohydrates. That means it eats vegetables, it eats fruit, it breaks down sugars, it breaks down pastas and starches and breads and desserts, right? We all like those. That's what it does. I chose it for that particular food because I wanted you to see the power that enzymes have when they start breaking that food down. It was so funny. I got all done with our video the other day, and my wife, Rebecca, came out and said, I'll help you clean up the kitchen. I'm like, no big deal, I'll do it. And she's helped me, and she grabs the glass. She goes, Sean, these are warm. I said, yes, they are. That's what enzymes do. When they're inside digesting your food, guys, they're releasing heat as well. So think about that heat. Oh, that's energy, right? They're releasing this energy into the body. Now, during the video, one of the things I mentioned an integrated urinalysis panel. This is what one looks like in my practice. Okay? So the idea behind this is I run this panel on my patients because I want to know, does their body need something different? Right? The pan that I showed you, all right, that's one, but there's bunches of enzyme blends. Don't go for a generic. Don't go for a catch-all. And so I run the integrated panel because it lets me know. It's like a body audit. It kind of tells me, where's my body spending its resources? Where's it a little bit deficient? What bills is it not paying? And do I need to support that to keep the body healthy and functioning? Now, what if you don't have time to run one or you can't get to one? Here's a quick caveat for you to follow. It's something easy to remember. Look at the things you like the most that you think are the worst for you. Pizza, cookies, pasta. Man, I can't stay out of this stuff. Then PAN is the enzyme you're going to want to take because that's what it eats. But if you're someone that, man, I like to eat things that run, jump, swim, or fly. I like eating things that try to get away from me. Proteins and fat. Then we use a different blend, a different formula for those group of people. And what if you got real bad heartburn or indigestion real bad? Then you say, well, gosh, I got to help the lining heal. So you have to investigate that a little bit. But the PAN formula, the one I used during the other day, it's one of my favorites. It's easy to use. So if you guys swing in and you want to try it, by all means do so. But the rule is this. Always start low and slow. Put one in only. With your biggest meal. See how your body does. If you're like, wow, I'm doing great, then the next meal, add another one. And the next meal after that, add another one. So now you'll have 1 3 times a day going with each meal. Do it for a week or two. Let the body adapt. Let it get used to all the food being broken down. Because it's kind of like firewood, right? If you digest your food, it's like burning firewood. But when you get that heat and all that light, which is great, you also get ash and smoke, and the body's got to clean that out. So give it time to adapt and catch up. After that, after a couple weeks and you're feeling great, then go ahead and follow the recommendations on the bottle, which will be 2 per meal. So I hope this clarifies things for you guys. I hope it helps you out. If you need anything else, by all means, shoot it at us. We appreciate all the comments and all the great support we've got. And remember, guys, like and share these with your family and friends. We're trying to revolutionize healthcare. I'm Dr. Sean, the Robin Hood of Healthcare.